Hey girl, hey, welcome back to the Selfish Now podcast. It's so good to be sitting here with you today, Queen. There are so many things that I need to catch you up on, and I feel like I say that every episode, but so much can happen in a week. Literally, your life can change in a week, and that's exactly what happened to me. So, this week's episode is going to be all about how to attract the life that you want for yourself, how to step forward through abundance instead of haste and urgency, and how to remain rooted in your own values and beliefs towards the things that really matter to you in your life. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the theme for these next few episodes and the past episodes pretty much been all about debunking hustle culture. And as overachievers, as highly functioning women, as someone who is a powerhouse and can do all the things, I know that this is literally wired into your system. Like it runs through your veins. Hustle, grind, just keep pushing through and do what has to be done in order to get what you want out of life. And today we are going to be completely rewriting that narrative because it's a lie. And it doesn't work for us women. It doesn't work for really anyone except rich, masculine white men. And we're not them. So let's get into what makes us different and why this hustle culture doesn't apply to us. So, number one, us women, we operate on different cycles. Our emotions change from day in and day out, our mood, and also our energy levels. And so, if you try to apply this hustle culture vibe where you continue to push yourself, even though you know good and well that that's not what's best for you, it's not best for your health, it doesn't make you feel good, your productivity is going to plummet as a result of that. When you are low on energy, when your mood is not right, when you're not in a space where you can work and put good output out there, you are not going to perform in the way that you know best. And so instead of trying to push through, instead of trying to continue showing up when you're sick, continue to, not take any days off, work 7 days a week, work overtime, go about it in a way that honors your energy, your joy, and the way that you feel. How do you do this? The first thing that you're going to do is you are going to do a time audit of your schedule. So you're going to get real clear and real serious about what are you doing in your day-to-day life? What is taking up the majority of your time? Is it work? Is it family obligations? Do you spend a lot of time like trying to rearrange closets? There's no judgment here. Everybody has something, but we need to get real down to the root of what that thing is so that we can start tracking what you're spending your time doing and then also tracking how those activities are making you feel. So for example, if you're an entrepreneur, if you own your own business or a side hustle, then you might spend a lot of time going through emails that really shouldn't be taking up your time because it can easily be delegated to someone else. You know what I mean? So how can we look at what types of things you're doing, how they're making you feel, and what times of the day do you feel best? Like, what times of the day do you feel alive? When do you feel creative? When do you feel focused? When do you feel strategic and sort of in that planner mode? And then you get to decide when you do those activities, when you get those tasks done. There's nobody that is forcing you to do your daily activities. Oh my God, I hope you guys don't hear that. But there's a car that's beeping so freaking loud. Are they all right? Okay, anyway. That just threw me off. Okay, so you are going to be able to figure out how you're going to spend this time, and in a way that makes you feel good, like in a way that makes you feel like, yes, I look forward to doing these tasks and I don't feel like it's dragging. I don't feel like it's going to exhaust me at the end of the day. Like I actually look forward to it. For example, this podcast. I'm not going to be doing this podcast if I know that I don't feel creative after a work shift. I don't feel my best when it's late night at the end of the day and I already have given so much of my energy to everybody else that I have nothing left to give you guys. So why would it make sense for me to try to force myself to do this podcast, to do this creative work, to cast out my vision for what I want it to look like at 8 o'clock at night after I've done a million things already, right? So that's something that me personally, I'm going to schedule for the morning, maybe midday. And so it's time for you to get that clarity and that ability to know yourself, that ability to rearrange your schedule in a way that uplifts you and makes you feel like you are in control of your day and your life is not the one that's running you. You're running your life and you're the CEO of your life. Just like you run and manage teams, you run and manage your household, you can do this too. And this is, I want to say, the most important thing that you could ever run or manage. Not a team, not a business, literally you and your schedule, queen. Okay? So, get to know what you feel in terms of the tasks that you're doing day to day. And if you hate it, delegate it, right? Get you a personal assistant to go through those emails. Get you what's it called? A meal service to delegate cooking if cooking drains you. Start incorporating ways that you can free up your time so that you can have more time for your joy. And that's the next thing. What are the things that you even like? Do you know? When was the last time that you enjoyed a weekend to yourself? And I don't mean a weekend where you say yes to brunch with your girls, even though you're tired, even though you don't feel like being social, even though you literally just want to crawl up in your bed with a bucket of Ben and Jerry's and watch Netflix. No. I mean intentional, joyful activities that you haven't done in years. So what could that look like? That could look like going to the beach and just chilling on the sand, reading a book. That could look like journaling. That could look like writing stories. I know that when I was a kid, I used to love writing short stories and it brought me so much joy and just peace because nobody had to read it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't going to be published anywhere. It wasn't anything that was super high pressure, but it was something that belonged to me and there's a sense of pride and joy that comes about when you create in a space where you're not pressured to do anything, you're not forced to do anything, but it's a genuine love and desire that you have. And so that doing things like that gives you a sense of freedom. It gives you a sense of control over what you choose to do in your life. And you've gotten to a point where your entire life, you've been told what to do. You've been told how to act. You've been told how to live your fucking life. And now you're at a point where you can start making choices and decisions for yourself. You can gain your power back, and it all starts with setting up your freaking schedule. Like, it's that simple. Start owning your time. Start prioritizing the things that make you light up, and stop saying that you don't have time for these things. You are the creator of time. I don't know if you knew this, but you are the one that decides how time unravels. If you say you don't have time for something, you're quite literally telling the universe that it's not important to you and it's not something that you want to receive. For example, I know that there's been a hobby or something of interest that you've been wanting to check out. Maybe a paint and sip, maybe a pottery class, maybe a running club, whatever it is. You've been wanting to connect with other people. You've been wanting to be creative. You've been wanting to do more fun shit. And you keep telling yourself, lying to yourself, that is, about the fact that you don't have time. Let me ask you this. Have you checked Instagram lately? Have you been scrolling on TikTok late at night? How long is your screen time on a day-to-day basis? What's your average? Comment below, right? Comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, comment below. If you're listening to the podcast version of this, email me, okay? Because I want to know, what is your screen time? Send me a screenshot or feel free to put in the comments and tell me again that you don't have time, right? Tell me again that you don't have time to do the shit that makes you happy, that fills up your cup, right? And not only that, we're not just going to leave it at that. How many tasks do you do throughout the week for other people? How many times do you say yes to picking up your significant other's prescription at Walgreens? How many times do you say yes to helping out a friend? How many times do you stay on the phone for an hour longer than you should, listening to your family's problems and playing the therapist, right? Like, how much time do you spend doing that? And then add it up. Add it up and get real with yourself about the fact that you do have time. You're just not owning it. You're allowing other people to take control over your most valuable possession, which is your time. It's something that you don't get back, right? It's something that you don't get back, and you don't want to live your life with regrets, thinking about how you spent your days jam-packed with responsibilities and obligations that everyone and their mom put onto your plate and nothing left for you at the end of the day, right? If this sounds like you, this is literally what I created Her Time Now, the program, for. It's a coaching experience where you start owning your time, increasing your joy, and getting your energy back, because life is too fucking short to settle, to shrink, to keep living a life that feels like someone else was made for it instead of you. And so how are we going to get more of you into your life? It starts with a time audit. It starts with managing and tracking your energy and your mood. And it starts with putting in fun, exciting things back into your life, and also the very words that you speak into existence every day. So I'm going to leave you with this, girl. Sign up for the Her Time Now program if you're looking for more support with this. Do the time audit and start changing your day-to-day language. Instead of saying, I don't have time for this, say, I can afford not to make time for this. My peace, my joy, my energy. Instead of saying, maybe later, say, no, today, right? Today is the day where you take control over your life, where you start to feel happy and abundant and right exactly where you should be in your life. Not like you're pushing through, not like you're hustling past, but like you're honoring yourself and you're looking out for yourself, because nobody else is going to. Let's be real. Each and every day. Your time is now, queen. I'm so excited for this next chapter of your life.